Lamshugujotono Swrangchati ni Kokborok Koktwma Angnong Nilogitomo Gracie. Tapos sutrani Kokborok Koktwma Rungka.
বদলেছে দিন বদলেছে হাওয়া প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন সরকারের চাওয়া যা রয়েছে বাকি জনগণের অধিকার সব পাচ্ছে কি হবে দেখা মেলা শিবিরে বিকাশ পৌঁছবে প্রতিটি ঘরে বিকাশ পৌঁছবে প্রতিটি ঘরে বিকাশ পৌঁছবে প্রতিটি ঘরে।
ত্রিপুরার উন্নয়নে আপনারাও অংশগ্রহণ করুন। আজকেই কল করুন 1905 নম্বরে।
গ্রাম শহরের অলি গলি সবার মুখে একই বুলি, গ্রাম শহরের অলি গলি সবার মুখে একই বুলি, পৌঁছে দিতে উন্নয়নের সবার ঘরে প্রশাসন। এখন হবেই হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন, এখন হবেই হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন, এখন হবেই হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন। কাকা কাকি যেটা যেটি ভাবছো কি বেশ, ভাতা পাবে যোগ্যরা আপনার দিন শেষ। আসছে এখন ঘরে ঘরে, আসছে এখন ঘরে ঘরে সরকার প্রশাসন, সবার দাবি হবে পূরণ, হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন, প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন।
বিশালগড় সিপাহী জেলা আবজেয় মালখম পাটিও শাকদুখমানকা খড়গবা।
বিশালগড় সিপাহীজলা আমচাইয় মালখুং লাহার পাতে ওই শাক দেরাখা খরকবা পাতে মারক সাবু সাওয়াই মানকা চা সালনি ফুঙ্গ তেলে মুরানি উদয়পুর মাতাবাড়ি বখাক থাঙै তংমনি জরাবো বিশালগড় সিপাহীজলা আমচাইয় TR06A0413 মালখুং কুথুক ক্লাই থাঙ্কা মালখুঙ্গ tongma khorokba belekhin shak dukhumanka yagulo lamon tongai rok nugui koktwma horka bishalgor horbothanai brindiaro patima thayo phaye khorokba shak derajonno bekhakche shakham nogotlangai thangka shak derajar ungkha Ranjit Das umor thamchi Suraj Devnath umor noichi sini Mosumi Das umor thamchi sa Abriti Saha umor chi tei Ganesh Saha umor thamchi ba boroni nok jotono telemura amchayo Udaipur Matabari thang tongmani jorawo lamawo Bishalgora Sipahijola amchayo lahar patikha
একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছে। এটা নিজে হয়েছে।
কিতা আসলো এটা?
এটা ওয়াগন গাড়ি।
কতজন আহত হয়েছে?
5 জন আহত হয়েছে।
5 জন। তাদের নাম টাম সবকিছু পাইছেন আপনারা?
না, নাম পাইছি না।
আচ্ছা, তারা কোন জায়গাতে না পৌঁছেছেন?
তারা বিশালগড় মহকুমার হাসপাতালে পৌঁছেছে।
অবস্থা কি রকম?
একজন একটু সিরিয়াস।
North East Hani juda jengjal tui jora thugui khorak tisai tongnai nesho botha tai TSM thangnai saltham roboi khoblogo malemo bajak phaiga
North East Hani juda jengjal tui jora thugui khorang tisai tongnai nesho motha tei TSM thangnai saltham romoi khumulungo malemo panda songsaka phaimanjak phaiga neshoni adong khoboi TSM ni munggunang adong rok Saltham Nation conference angmani yagulo kwbangma North East Hani jinjallo ungui tongmani kogno salaimani yagulo tini November 22 salmariwo Agartalani Jinjar Hotelo conference hall noko Koktwma thumrani kuthum khlakya aro borok shaka interstate border conflict ungui tongmano tui illegal migrants no tui te kwbangma jinjalni korno tuibo khurchaka nation adongrok
function there at Khumulung. And in this 6th General Conference, we have nominated the office bearers for the office of the NESO for the term of 2022 to 2025. So first of all, before we start this press conference, I would like to call upon all the officials of NESO to give a self-introduction. I will start with myself. I'm Mr. Samuel Bijerwa, the chairman of the Northeast Students Organization.
I'm Mutsikoy Robert, Secretary General, NESO, representing the Naga Students Federation.
Yeah, I am Dr. Somujal Bhattacharya. I am the Chief Advisor of Northeast Student Organization and also the Chief Advisor of All Assam Students Union. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Upendra Burma, the Vice Chairman of, the advisor of NESO and the advisor of Tripura Students Federation.
I'm Sinam Prakash Singh, the advisor of Northeast Students Organization as well as the advisor of All Manipur Students Union.
I am Dipanko Kumar Nath, President All Assam Students Union and Vice Chairman Northeast Students Organization.
Good morning, media friends. I'm myself, Omar Sanatu Bonaitai. I am the Assistant General Secretary, NESO, representing the All Manipur State Union.
Mr. Kete, President Naga Students Federation.
I'm Mr. President of Khasi Student Union.
I am Vishnu Kumar, President of TSF.
So myself, John Deverma, the Finance Secretary of NESO and the General Secretary of TSF.
Our Chairman and our respected Secretary General had briefed you. So the sixth General Conference of NESO was held at Tripura, Agartala, Khumlung. So we had adopted some resolutions. First, as a student organization, we have seen there is a need to establish more technical, non-technical professional institute in all Northeast states. We have seen that thousands of students are going out for higher studies in different parts of the country. It's good that our Northeastern students are going out for higher studies. For what they are going, the new courses for which they are going out, these subjects should be introduced in all universities, in all colleges of the Northeastern region. Because unofficially we have seen that more than 300 crores are going out because our students are going out for higher studies. So these new courses should be established, introduced in all the colleges, universities of Northeast region. Because those students who are capable, they are going out. But those students who are meritorious, they cannot afford to go out. Where they will study? They will have to study in Tripura, they will study in the Northeast. So new courses should be introduced in all colleges, in all universities of the Northeastern region. On the other hand, new institutes, technical and non-technical institutes should be set up in all Northeastern states. For example, the Naga Student Federation is, they are celebrating 75 years of their journey. But in Nagaland, we don't have a single medical college. It's only an instance. So in all these Northeast states, we need more technical, more non-technical institutes, vocational institutes in all these 7 states, including the skill development universities and skill development institute. So NESO will continue to work on the area of education so that our students can protect their academic future in their own motherland. Second, the influx of foreigners. The influx of foreigners from Bangladesh is a threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Northeastern region. Somebody is asking, what threat? What is the number? But I would like to say that the Supreme Court of India, when they have passed an order to repeal the IMDT Act, the Supreme Court of India had said, quote, due to large-scale influx of illegal foreigners from Bangladesh, there is external aggression and internal disturbance in the state of Assam only. It is only for Assam. So for whole of Northeast, there is external aggression and internal disturbance in the state, in our Northeast due to large-scale influx of illegal foreigners from Bangladesh. It's not our opinion. It's the opinion of the Supreme Court of India. So, due to large-scale influx of illegal foreigners, there is external aggression and internal disturbance. But the central government and the state government, they are keeping mum. Why? The international border is porous. In Tripura only, 30 kilometers is still porous. And now the central government and the state government, they are saying that the fundamentalist groups, they are entering into Northeast. Who has stopped them to stop the fundamentalist group? NESO is always saying that the international border along with the Hindi-Bangla border should be sealed. Because of the failure of the central government and the state government, through this porous border, the fundamentalist groups, they are entering into Northeast. Now Northeast is a transit route and transit camp for the fundamentalist groups along with the illegal Bangladeshis. So it's an unexcusable crime on the part of the central government and state government for not sealing the Indo-Bangla border. If the central government can seal the Indo-Pak border in a war footing, why not in case of Indo-Bangla border? It's a threat to the nation. It is not only a threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Northeast, it's a threat to the nation, and central government and state government, they are compromising with the sovereignty of the country. So the central government and the state government, they must act effectively to seal these Indo-Bangla borders immediately. And the influx of illegal foreigners, that must be solved because it has changed the demography of the northeastern region. In Manipur, there is Manipur Accord. In Assam, there is Assam Accord. They are not implementing the Assam Accord, and due to non-implementation of these accords, we are facing this problem. On the other hand, in case of Assam, there is a central government had formed a high-level committee headed by a retired judge to give the constitutional safeguard for the indigenous people of Assam. The committee, it was formed by the government of India. The committee has submitted this report on time, and during that time, Prime Minister and Home Minister, they have said they will implement it. Now they are keeping mum. So it should be implemented within a specific time frame so that the constitutional safeguard can be guaranteed as per the commitment of the Assam Accord and as per the commitment of the government of India. Regarding in the case of fundamentalist groups in Bangladesh, we like to demand that central government and state government should adopt all effective measures to evict all illegal Bangladeshis and fundamentalist groups from the soil of northeastern region. On the other hand, regarding Tripura, we had adopted a special resolution, and we have seen that the indigenous people of Tripura is facing threat. It's a threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Tripura in Tripura. So what to do? The only way to protect the culture, identity of the indigenous people of Tripura is to give special constitutional safeguard for the indigenous people of Tripura in Tripura. That is a must. So NASO is strongly demanded there should be a special constitutional safeguard for the indigenous people of Tripura. At the same time, we like to reiterate the whole of Northeast, the Northeast Student Organization will extend our full support to the indigenous people of Tripura to get this special constitutional safeguard. On the other hand, we have an issue of employment. We have an issue of employment. The unemployed capable youths, they are not getting job in the category 3 and 4 in our northeastern region. Why? Our capable educated youths are there, but they are not getting job. Why? So for that, in third category C and D, all posts should be reserved for the capable unemployed youths of the northeastern region. And there should be a separate employment zone for Northeast. And the Northeast should be treated as a special economic zone. See, Government of India is saying, look, is now said that Act is. What is Act is? Whether it will be a corridor for exploitation? So, Northeast should be the economic hub for the country. So, we are demanding that there should be a separate employment zone and separate economic zone for Northeastern region. And we are reiterating our stand, and that stand, the ASPA must go. During last voting incident, we have seen what had happened, and we are always demanding that ASPA should be repealed. Now the central government, due to the movement in Nagaland and other whole Northeast, they have relaxed some areas. We said no point of any relaxation. It should be repealed totally. ASPA must go. On the other hand, regarding NRC, so we are demanding that there should be NRC for whole of Northeast. The modality may be differ from state to state. On the other hand, we need a illegal Bangladesh name-free correct NRC. And on the other hand, the process was taken at the initiative of and which was monitored by the Supreme Court of India in Assam. The updating of NRC was taken in Assam, which was monitored by the Supreme Court of India. But the result is not acceptable. The process was not acceptable. So, through a process it was adopted, but the result is not acceptable. So, due to non-implementation of the Supreme Court guideline, we are not getting the result. So, we are demanding there should be a re-examination of the whole process of the process of NRC in the state of Assam. On the other hand, we are demanding that the implementation of all clauses of the Assam Accord and regarding the car, the CAA, it must be repealed. The central, we had continuously we are continuing our movement against the against Ka. There was cap. During that time, we had lobbied and we had approached all political parties. During that time, the central government could not pass it in Rajya Sabha, but the next time they have passed it. It's anti-indigenous. It is anti-Northeast. Ka is anti-indigenous. Ka is anti-Northeast. It's a communal. It's unconstitutional, and so it should be repealed. Ka is a protector of the illegal Bangladeshis. Now, when they have passed the Ka in the parliament, they have said that inner-line covert area of Northeast is exempted. That means Mizoram, Nagaland, Arunachal and Manipur. Ka is not applicable. They have said the 6 scheduled areas of Northeast is exempted. That is 98% of Meghalaya, which is covered by 6 scheduled area, is exempted. 7 states of Northeast, Assam is exempted. And tribal areas of Tripura are exempted. Then where Ka is applicable in Northeast? Except 7 states of Assam, 7 districts, except 7 districts of Assam, and except tribal areas of North Tripura. These are the areas where Ka is applicable. So we have a question. If the Ka is bad for the inner-line permit covered area in Northeast, if Ka is bad for the 6 scheduled covered area in Northeast, how Ka can be good for the other parts of Northeast? It's a basic question. So it's an injustice. So Ka must be repealed. And we will continue our movement for repealing of Ka. At the same time, we had appealed before the Supreme Court of India on behalf of ASU. We had submitted our application before the Supreme Court of India. And Supreme Court of India had said, yes, this problem is special. So for that, there will be hearing, but there will be separate time in the case of Assam, Tripura and Northeast. So Supreme Court had given the status and recognized that the problem is different than the other parts of the country. So the Ka must go, and till Ka is repealed, we will continue our democratic movement and legal fight till Ka is repealed. On the other hand, we are demanding that there should be a special constitutional status for whole of Northeast with the right of land and natural resources. And we need a separate time zone because we are 1 hour ahead of the mainland of India. So there should be a separate time zone. On the other hand, there should be a separate, boundary commission to settle these interstate border disputes. We need a permanent solution of this interstate border problem and inclusion of Kokborok, Khasi and Garu language in the 8 scheduled area. These issues were discussed in our conference, and NESU is determined to continue our struggle to protect the interest of the indigenous people of Northeastern region. So, any question?
Amended a little bit of the working principle in which we have a chief advisor, Dr. Somujal Bhattacharya, and also we have the new Secretary General. Earlier, the Secretary General was Mr. Sinam Prakash Singh, who is now the advisor, and a new Secretary General is Mr. Mutsi Koyo Yobo from the Naga Students Federation, and we also have another advisor who was the Vice Chairman earlier, Mr. Upendra Debarma from the Tripura Students Federation, and we also have a new Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Wangjam Sangtam Toba Meitei from the All Manipur Students Union, and we also have a new Finance Secretary, Mr. John Debarma, who is the General Secretary of the Tripura Students Federation, and we also have our coordinators, Mr. Sankar Jyoti Borwa, who could not be here with us because he has to go back in the morning. We have from the NSF, Mr. Ijan Thak Ngwili, and Mr. Rikeshwar Mairangtham, and Mr. Lal Ramruta Londo, and Mr. Bikash Debarma. So, in this 6th General Conference of the Northeastern Organization, we have taken resolutions on very important issues. That is, the first issue is on the illegal immigration, which is affecting the different states of the Northeastern region, and it's continuing to affect the demographic structure of the Northeastern region, especially here in the state of Tripura, in which the indigenous peoples of Tripura are being reduced to a minority in their own land. And the NESO on this issue has taken a resolution that we will take up this issue from time to time, and we will explore all possibilities to fight against this menace of illegal infiltration, and to take up this issue with the concerned state governments at the state and also at the central level, and to work out modalities and structures according to the prevailing situation in each state of the northeastern region. And on education in the different states of the northeast, we have seen the scenario of the education in the different states of northeast, which is in a very bad state. And this general conference, after deliberation at length with regard to the issue of education in the different states of the northeast, the general conference is of the opinion that the present system is predominantly of the formal form of education. Even though we recognize the importance of the formal form of education, but we have also resolved that the present system of education should also include and introduce, more importantly, job-oriented courses, the introduction of vocational institutes, and also the curriculum should include the traditional values like culture, history, geography of the indigenous peoples of the northeastern region. And we demand that the state and the central government should set up more professional and technical institutes in all the states of the northeastern region. Another important resolution is on employment and economic development of the northeast. The NESO strongly urged the government of India to make northeast a special employment zone, to set up regional placement or employment exchange in the northeast with its networking covering the whole of the northeastern region. The recruitment of local youth in central government establishment be reviewed, and in that they should give 100% employment in whichever state such an central establishment is set up, not only in the grade D and grade 4, but also maximum absorption in the grade 1 and grade 2 of the posts. And the northeast, the government of India should treat northeast as a special economic zone. And very important resolution is with regard to the state of Tripura, in which the House also unanimously adopted a resolution to demand for a special constitutional safeguard for the Tripura with vast federal authority, and also the Northeast Students Organization and the people of Northeast will always stand together shoulder to shoulder with the indigenous peoples of Tripura to protect and uplift their identity, culture with rights over land and natural resources. So these are the resolutions that we have adopted in this 6th General Conference. And apart from these resolutions that we have adopted, the NESO has again reiterated its stand on many important issues in which we have raised to the central government and also the state government from time to time. And these issues are the demand for the implementation of the inline permit in all the states of the northeastern region, to conduct the National Register of Citizens in all other remaining states of the Northeast with a specific cut-off year or a base year according to the unique situation of that particular state. As the published updated NRC or the National Register of Citizens in Assam is not fully correct, we demand that there should be a re-examination of the whole process of NRC of Assam, to implement all provisions of the Assam Accord 1985 and for the implementation of the recommendation of the Committee on Clause 6 of the Assam Accord for constitutional safeguard. We also we've been demanding the repeal of the impunitive legislations like the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, which has created a lot of problem, a lot of ill treatment, and a lot of extra constitutional debts to the innocent people of the northeastern region, and especially with the recent massacre in the December 2021 at Oting, in which 14 innocent people lost their lives, and the armed forces, the people in the armed forces who perpetrated this massacre are still roaming free because of the protection of this Armed Forces Special Powers Act. So we demand that this draconian law should be repealed by the Government of India. We also oppose and demand for the repeal of the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Even though exemptions were made in some states of the northeastern region, like the ILP areas and the 6 scheduled areas in which this act will not be applicable, but the NESO, still, we feel that this act is detrimental to the interests of the indigenous peoples of the Northeast, and as such, we demand to repeal this act, the CEA 2019. We've been demanding, and we reiterate a demand for a special constitutional status with rights over land and natural resources in all the northeastern states, and also we should have a separate time zone for the Northeast. We demand the center to declare the flood and erosion in Northeast as a national problem. We have seen the conflict that has been happening from time to time in the border areas of the different states of the northeastern region. And NESO has been demanding for setting up of the Interstate Boundary Commission, and the state governments and also the central government should be involved in the settling of the interstate border issue. We also have been demanding for the inclusion of the Kokborok, the Khasi and the Garo language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution, in which the Government of India, through the Home Ministry, till today has not given its due recognition or due inclusion of these very important language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. So these are some of the points that we have deliberated, and we have taken a decision to pursue with the respective state governments and also with the central government of India. Thank you. Any questions?
So this should be a question of sovereignty of the country. See, I have already expressed, the Supreme Court had said, due to large-scale influx of illegal foreigners. Somebody says, what is the number? The Supreme Court has said, due to large-scale influx of illegal foreigners from Bangladesh, there is external aggression in internal disturbance. So there is external aggression. There is internal disturbance due to large-scale influx of illegal foreigners from Bangladesh. Why central government is keeping mum? Why state governments are keeping mum? And it's not to threat to the only threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Northeast. Earlier we had said, save Northeast to save the country, save Northeast to save India. Now what is happening? The fundamentalist groups, the Al-Qaeda, Jihadis, the PIF, they are entering through this porous border, and now the government of India and state governments are saying, oh, these fundamentalist groups are entering. Who stopped you? Who stopped you? Evict them. So it's an unexcusable crime. So the issues raised by the indigenous people of Northeast, the issue raised by NESO, it is proved that it is correct. Now it's a duty of the central government to evict all illegal foreigners from Bangladesh and fundamentalist groups from the soil of Northeastern region. It's very clear. It's a threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Northeast. Very clear.
Sir, everyone speak about Bangladesh, we understand that. Because Tripura has been the worst sufferer of that. And insurgency was one of the reasons. And things are going on, but still there are gaps which are, and we find often entering. Even not only Bangladesh, we find...
The duty of the government of India to protect the country. Very clear. So we have a question. India is for Indians. And Northeast is in India. So there is no place of illegal foreigners in India and in Northeast. That's very clear policy. Very clear. So regarding Ka, you see, central government is saying the Ka is bad for the inland and covered states of Northeast and 6 little covered area of Northeast. How this Ka can be good for other parts of the Northeast? It's a basic question. Double standard. Perhaps there is no question now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This very unfortunate incident that happened at Mukro in West Yanti Hills and also bordering of West Karbi Anglong district of Assam is not a one-time incident. The incident of border conflict has been happening from time to time in different states of the northeastern region, either in Nagaland, Mizoram, and also Meghalaya. So NESO has been demanding for settling of this border issue. And the successive state governments have failed in their duty to solve this problem. And on its part, NESO has been continuing its process to have peoples to peoples relationship, peoples to peoples dialogue. And here also, we've been demanding, we have given a statement, we've been demanding that the state governments should engage, should seriously engage, and also the central government should also enter into the settling of this border issue so that these inter-boundary or interstate boundary can be settled once and for all, so that the people living in the border areas, they'll have a sense of security. Because now the people living in border areas, they do not have any sense of security. So to alleviate their livelihood, the state governments and also the central government should seriously delve into this issue and solve this issue once and for all.
Any questions about the all states of the Northeastern region? See, in all C and D category posts, the capable unemployed youths of Northeast is deprived. So what is the solution? Solution is very clear. You are repeating, capable unemployed youths of Northeast. They must be absorbed in the C category and D category posts, that is 100%. So for that we need a separate employment zone for Northeast. That should be the first approach. And on the other hand, regarding the solution of the unemployment problem, we had discussed. See, everybody is saying industrialization. Okay, it's a duty of the government to set up industry in our Northeast. The resource-based industry can be set up in all 7 states. We are rich by natural resources, but it is not processed within the Northeastern region. That is number one. And on the other hand, of our own, we have decided to carry a planned economic movement throughout Northeastern region. Because, okay, we are demanding before the government, they must act. On the other hand, we have decided to carry a planned economic movement because we will have to give livelihood to our unemployed youths. So on that line also we are planning. On the other hand, regarding Act East, the Prime Minister of India saying that Northeast is orthodoxy. Always saying Northeast is orthodoxy. If Northeast is orthodoxy, then why they are not solving this flood and erosion problem of Northeast as a national problem? Why? And what is the policy regarding Act East? Act East, whether it will be a corridor for exploitation or it will be economic hub. We want that the Northeast should be economic hub. We want a clear declaration on the part of the government of India.
Do you feel that the central government is somehow supporting the illegal immigration, as we have seen more than 200?
Mr. Samuel, he has already touched the important issues which are confronting to the Northeastern peoples. Among us, the tallest advisor of the Northeastern Students Organization, Dr. Samujal, who is with us, he will brief in all the important issues. Since he had been working with the NESO for many years, with the guidance, with the advice of Dr. Samujal, NESO is moving ahead. I, as a newly elected Secretary General, with the support and the advice of all the seniors and the constituent units of NESO, we will give our best service to pursue the issues and also to protect the rights of the Northeastern people. Thank you.
শুনেন প্রিয় রাজ্যবাসী, শুনেন সুখী সরকারি সহায়তায় হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন, প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন।
১৯০৫ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন, কথা বলুন।
সরকারের হাত শক্ত করুন, নিজের মতামত দিয়ে। শুনেন সুখী শুনেন সুখী দুদিন আমাদের সাথে আছেন বিধায়ক মন্ত্রীগণ আমাদের সাথে আছেন বিধায়ক মন্ত্রীগণ তাই তো এবার পৌঁছে যাবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন স্বাস্থ্য শিক্ষা কৃষি আর পরিবহন এসবের সুযোগ সুবিধা পাবেন জনগণ সবার সাথে আছেন মোদের প্রশাসন সবার সাথে আছেন মোদের প্রশাসন এভাবেই পৌঁছে যাবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন শুনেন শুনেন প্রিয় রাজ্যবাসী শুনেন শুনেন সুখী
নকথুগুই সামগাহাম নকথুগুই সুশাসন
খাজানি ও কিছু তঙ্কচাং নগরু চুবা চুবুরুং বুরুং তঙ্কচাং নগরু চুবা চুবুরুং বুরুং হাসতে হাপানিয়া রাগদি কুতুম করুং
সাচুকু বুকচা পা অ নম্বর গরংলাইদি তাই কক সালাইদি
হি হই হিমাইদি চিনি কিচিং শং হি হই হিমাইদি মারে কিচিং শং সাবাইদি খানিকো তাতংদি উংক্লো উংক্লো
সাবাইদি খানিকো তাতংদি উগলো উগলো
খাপাংনি বদল সেবা মুন্সিদি লামা কলো খনা বাইদি ও মারে শং খাজানি ও কিচিং শং মন্ত্রী বাই হাসতেনি এমপি রবাই মিটিং গো আচুক লাগে চাপলাই দি হামক্রাইনি কো খনা বাইদি ও মারে শং খাজানি ও কিচিং শং তুই মাথো উবাও তুই গলা নগ্রুম ব্রুম
তুই মাথো উবাও তুই গলা নগ্রুম ব্রুম
সাখানি মাথো গ্রুম janai no brum brum no khana bai di o mare shong khajani o kiching shong khana bai di o mare shong khajani o kiching shong
Office of the Principal Accountant General ni bakhakai audit trial palai jakha hati barsa nagai aguli tongma maloncho nibas ni hasti audit habanogo
Office of the Principal Accountant General ni bakhakte audit chal palai jaka hati barsaragai aguli tongma maloncho nibas ni haste audit habanogo cha sala o audit week ni paithak sal o salo kaisa lahar himbotong ni bisingtei haste audit habanok ni simi lahar himlai haino hai habanogo ki fil ei o lahar himbotok muthak jaka tei aro sebogrok ni bisingo sokajia pharam pandabo khaijaka o pandabo manjaka Officer General JK Sinha tei nai muthang ni AIG nokari bo audit bedik ni kubuni adong ro
मुझे बहुत ही खुशी हो रही है कि आज एजी साहब ने ऑडिट वीक का आयोजन किया है और यहाँ जितने भी ऑडिट की टीम के सदस्य हैं काफ़ी उत्साहित हैं और जैसा कि आपने सुना कि ऑडिट की एंटायर टीम सभी लोगों के साथ कंधा से कंधा मिला करके काम करने का एक वचन लेते हैं, शपथ लेते हैं और जो कतार में अंतिम व्यक्ति हैं उन तक सारी सुविधाएं पारदर्शी रूप में पहुंचे, इसी में सबका प्रयास हो।
थैंक यू।
किसी भी कर्मचारी ने, किसी भी अधिकारी ने यदि
वो काम फोरसाइट के अनुसार काम किया है, तो उसकी प्रशंसा होनी चाहिए, न कि उसकी शिकायत होनी चाहिए कि वो जो नियम बनाए गए हैं उसके अनुसार काम नहीं किया है। तो निश्चित रूप से ये जो आपका जो ऑडिट वीक हुआ है, इसमें इन सब बातों पर चिंतन मनन हुआ होगा, और आज पद यात्रा के माध्यम से एक जो विजिबिलिटी है आप लोगों की, और ये जो एक टीम में चलने की जो एक टीम स्पिरिट है वो शो करेगी। और मैं और एडीजी साहब हम लोग आए हैं, हम लोगों को बहुत खुशी है, और आप लोग अच्छे से रहें, अच्छा काम हम लोगों के साथ मिलकर के होता रहे, यही हमारी शुभकामना है। सभी लोगों को बहुत बहुत नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।
This yearly morning, our Chief Secretary sir and ADGP sir with us is not only the presence, the encouragement they have given to us is not going to be in today. It is a vibrant movement in the morning. We are celebrating. It's a real celebration for all of us. Particularly for next 1 year, we will be carrying the spirit to deliver our services in the expectation and trust they are having on us. We will fulfill. On behalf of all the members present in this both the offices of Tripura State, we are going to deliver the best available manner, best available time. We are going to deliver. It will be encouragement. It will be commitment from our side to the Chief Secretary and ADGP sir here. We will deliver the best. Thank you so much for coming here, sir.
হর খাবাই থাপলা যাওয়াই থাকা খরকসারি টক থাইরাও পাচক পাচিকা ফাশালি শাড়ি খরক শিবনা ঈশানপুর গ্রাম
নুখুং খুংসা হর নাংখা থানাই ফাস হালনি সারিগ সিমনানি ঈশানপুর কামিও সয়মানখা অপাতিং পাটিকা ছানজা জরানি দামচিনি তামৈ সতি থামচি হাই তামা জরাও নারায়ণ চন্দ্র দেবনি নগ বরক নগ কৃষ্ণানি অহর নামু পাতিকানি সয়মানখা অকক্তমা মাनै থাङै সগিকা হর বাথানাই র te amsani lukurokni saitumung baike hor bothari man o hor khamani party mung patika nogo tongmani current line no short circuit nama ba tei o hor khamoi nukhungni bugra Naren Chandra Dev saka bebagai rang 2 lakhs ni hai mani rok khamai thamai
दारा ये क्या आऊ जिते से आमी को हे बुधवाई से हरा बत्ती क्या यार बोरदा किरे किरे एमनुदी गोरे स्कूल तुलिर में आगुन अरे आगुन 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 तागुन यार बोरे कइतेছি फायर सर्विस फोन कर ते फोन करताছে হেরা हे फोन करताছে তুই তারা কার কার কাছে ফোন করছে কিটা কেমনে কিটা ওই ফায়ার সার্ভিস আইছে আর উনি তো দুর্রক্ষা হইছে আপনার মানে বালতি বুলটি দিয়া জল দিয়া কি ওই ফাটতাছে না মানে শাসা শাসা করে উঠতে দিতেছে।
আপনার নাম?
আমার নাম শ্রীনারায়ণ চন্দ্র দে।
এটা কোন জায়গা?
ঈশানপুর কালীবাড়ি।
দুধদা
তারপরে ওই এরা করে লাগে
রাজ্যের যোজনা পাইতে না আর ভাবনা সব প্রকল্পের সুবিধা পাইবা হাতে হাতে মেলা শিবিরে আসবে সময় মতে জনগণের উন্নয়নে মাঠে এখন প্রশাসন হবে নিশ্চয়ই প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন হবে নিশ্চয়ই প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন হবে নিশ্চয়ই প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন হবে নিশ্চয়ই প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন।
মহিলাদের উন্নতি রাজ্যের অগ্রগতি স্বসহায়ক দলের জন্য পাল্টাবে পরিস্থিতি এই প্রকল্পের সুবিধা 3 লাখ মহিলার মা বোনদের প্রয়োজন সবার হোক উন্নয়ন তাই তো বলি প্রতি ঘরে হবে সুশাসন তাই তো বলি প্রতি ঘরে হবে সুশাসন
ত্রিপুরা এমপ্লয়ি ফেডারেশন উল্লুই বেরেমনি মালামুং পান্ডার সভাজাখা আগরতলা টাউন হল
ত্রিপুরা এমপ্লয়ি ফেডারেশনनि उल्लुई बेरेमनि मालायमुं पान्दा संजाजाखा আগরতলা টাউন हल 3 नभेम्बर तालनि निचुदक सालमारि चासाल पुलिया टीईएफ नि प्रेसिडेंट बानाति सावै ते त्रिपुरा मथानि प्रेसिडेंट केरंबुचा परिमानि यागुल पाल खलायै जाति गोथार मुचंगै पान्दा चिंसावै रोजाखा अर नुकजाखा गोबांमा टीईएफ नि आदं जोग्रक मोखांगा मुनि मुंतयै बबागानि चबाबो लगिरनानै बागै नंखलायमनि हल कुपुलुं तिप्रासा सेबक खन्या रंनो कुरुम कुथुम नुगलायजा बबागानि थानजनि खरंनो जतनो कुरुम कुथुम उंलायमा नुगजाखा पान्दाबो जुदा खलायै मानजाखा तिप्रा मथानि कास्कु बरमगनां बीके रांखल टीईएफ नि आदंजोग अजिता त्रिपुरा टीईएफ नि प्रेसिडेंट सुनील कोलै टीडब्ल्यूएफ नि प्रेसिडेंट स्वप्ना देबरमा खुबै कुबुन आदंर
the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby
State Highway Shadow Theatre Samai Koto to this city. This round is the time Hungry Mandai Hong. Salsari also Salsari Vita.
Sini je warrior strong. Je Greater Tripuran movement no khabai kubai support khaye je kaham kormiro untimely death inka baksaba hamia klaimani bisingtei baksaba sudden death jengomno khakau ba prayer khayo je borok jonayakari kalangmani ulobo sakalo tongtei borni pola kathang sono kahamkai strength rinani bagai jeng borokno paifaya hambai mariwo kai tini hai ok kathar salo borokno habai kubai muito maklai tai kaisa angkai jeng tini oro flag to hoist khaika flag hoisting je klaimani omo sini je logo je symbol omo sing nugi tongo je green tai pator kuni kezar bisingtei sal pamani omo the symbol that the new day has arisen ane bubagra tai chini Tipramothani party president tai chini advisory board ni chairperson omo joto asuk laina o je logos namjak mani for the best to come in our future omo tini jeng tabuk joto chini chief guest tai joto guest rokno chini joto no boroni polakatar no suri layei kongyapar laisinai
Dawshat rati Kokborok Koktwma asano kubuni na kumari Kokborok Koktwma rokni bagina rok naina bagai Swrangchati nai tongdi Swrangchati.
জেলায় জেলায় মেলা হবে ক্যাম্প শিবির সরকারি সব সুবিধার থাকবে হাতায় ভিড় আধার কার্ড বা প্যান কিংবা কিষাণ কার্ড বাকি যা আরো আছে মনে রাখেন স্যার সব সুবিধা দিতে এখন হাতের কাছে প্রশাসন সফল হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন সফল হবে প্রতি ঘরে সুশাসন
শোনেন শোনেন মা বোনেরা শোনেন দিয়ামন নারী সশক্তিকরণ চায় সরকারে প্রশাসন কালো দুয়া থেকে তারা মুক্তি পাইছে উজ্জ্বলা যোজনা তাদের হাসি ফুটাইছে এইভাবে তো মহিলাদের হবে উন্নয়ন তাই তো বলি প্রতি ঘরে তাই তো বলি